Paul Dolan, Happy Ever After, a radical new approach to living well. Embark on a journey to redefine happiness as we explore Happy Ever After, a radical new approach to living well, by Paul Dolan. This book summary highlights the key aspects of wealth, success, relationships, and health in the pursuit of a fulfilled life. Dolan challenges conventional wisdom by illustrating that accumulating wealth, being highly successful, or conforming to societal expectations isn't always the surefire formula for happiness. Dive into enlightening data and eye-opening discoveries that present alternative perspectives, urging readers to reassess what makes them truly content.
The pursuit of wealth and happiness. Money does not guarantee happiness, and there is a limit to the correlation between income and happiness. According to the American Time of Use survey, happiness reaches its peak among Americans earning $50,000 to $75,000 annually. Great riches won't make people happier, especially if they are surrounded by others who are equally or more wealthy. Instead of striving to earn more, focusing on the just enough band may lead to a better life. Comparing oneself with others also plays a significant role in happiness, as shown by a study on status and consumption by Bob Frank. Happiness is attainable without being rich, and the same goes for success as it does for money. The happy florist versus the unhappy lawyer. Success does not guarantee happiness at work. Do you believe that being successful and highly paid is one of the most important things in life? If so, you might want to rethink your priorities. According to research, success and recognition come at the expense of daily life experiences and happiness at work. Many people value their jobs based on their status and prestige, rather than the actual role they perform, leading to unhappiness and dissatisfaction. Surprisingly, certain occupations that society deems less successful, such as florists, can provide greater satisfaction and happiness than highly regarded positions like lawyers. According to a 2012 City and Guild survey, 87% of florists reported being happy at work, compared to just 64% of lawyers. A further study in 2014 by think tank the Legatum Institute discovered that chief executives, despite earning significantly more than their secretaries, did not experience any more happiness than their lower-paid colleagues. So, what can we do to improve our happiness at work? Research has shown that a just enough approach to success might be best. Climbing the corporate ladder might translate to more money, status, and respect, but it does not guarantee happiness. In fact, the American Time of Use study indicated that people working between 21 and 30 hours a week experience a sense of purpose and happiness at their peak. Unhappiness increases if you work more or fewer hours. In conclusion, it is essential to recognize that success does not always lead to happiness at work. Therefore, take time to assess your priorities and focus on personal fulfillment rather than external recognition. Remember that happiness should be your ultimate goal and that success should be a byproduct rather than the other way around. The truth about marriage happiness. A Stanford University study reveals that relationships are more likely to end in a split than to result in living happily ever after. Marriage does not necessarily make us happy, and singles are not necessarily unhappy. The idea that singles are unhappy is deeply rooted in society. Rethinking Infidelity. Infidelity has always been considered immoral and sinful, but is it truly wrong? Despite being a widespread phenomenon, we rarely examine the root causes that drive people to cheat. Most of us are conditioned to believe that infidelity is unacceptable, but perhaps we should consider a different perspective. Many people may struggle to maintain sexual attraction to their partner throughout life, and this could be a natural urge. Instead of blindly following societal norms, we could explore consensual non-monogamous relationships that may provide higher levels of trust, intimacy, friendship, and satisfaction. This could lead to happier relationships and a deeper understanding of human nature. The child-free life. Society often expects couples to have children post-marriage, considering it a sign of selfless commitment to the family. However, there are numerous good reasons not to have children. Firstly, children are expensive to raise, with an average cost of almost £250,000 in the UK. Secondly, having children has a negative environmental impact, far worse than having double glazing, having car mileage, recycling waste, or using low-energy light bulbs. Thirdly, having children can bring about boredom, serious mental health harm, and trigger some decline in self-esteem. Mothers, in particular, are more prone to mental health issues after giving birth. Despite these downsides, there is social stigma attached to deciding to remain child-free, with women being more stigmatized than men. In conclusion, it is perfectly normal and reasonable to avoid having children, and the child-free life, with its freedom, is worth celebrating. Health versus happiness. Pursuing optimal health isn't always the best path to happiness. Society has set unrealistic standards for what it means to be healthy and has discriminated against those who do not meet those standards, leading to negative effects on mental health. Studies reveal that being obese is not a direct cause of unhappiness, but rather the social norm and discrimination that cause a decrease in overall life satisfaction. Additionally, physical health is often prioritized over mental health, leading to neglected treatments for those suffering from mental conditions. It's time to question our approach to health and consider that sometimes unhealthy choices may bring happiness to individuals. The myth of free will. Our lives are heavily influenced by factors beyond our control, such as upbringing, luck, and context. This realization forces us to reevaluate our outlook on the world and strive towards fairer societies. The idea of free will is deeply ingrained in our understanding of life, but is it really an accurate representation of reality? The more we learn about human behavior, the more we see that our ability to determine our lives, our free will, is hugely exaggerated. Our upbringing and parents have a significant impact on who we are and the life we lead. Parental wealth, for example, determines the likelihood of attending college in the United States. Additionally, a difficult upbringing can lead to a host of problems, such as juvenile delinquency. However, other factors beyond our control, such as pure luck, also play a significant role in shaping our lives. Studies have shown that children born at the end of the school year in both the United States and the United Kingdom are disadvantaged because their brains are less developed than those of their peers born earlier in the same year. As a result, they perform less well in exams, which can have lifelong consequences. Context is also important in decision-making. A study conducted in a Jersey shopping mall demonstrated that poorer people experience a reduction in cognitive function when they are burdened by financial stress. On the other hand, richer people were not impacted by the threat of a $1,500 repair bill. The examples discussed clearly illustrate that our lives are determined for us rather than by us. Accepting this reality leads to a different way of thinking about the world. We can be less judgmental of others' decisions or circumstances and strive towards fairer and happier societies for everyone.
In conclusion, Happy Ever After shakes up our long-held beliefs about happiness and living well. Dolan's book summary emphasizes that finding contentment isn't about chasing more money, indulging in unhealthy behaviors, or strictly adhering to social norms in relationships and career paths. Strive for lifestyle choices that reflect the realities of human experience, acknowledging that our pursuit of happiness varies greatly and shouldn't always be measured by the same standards. By understanding the limitations of free will and embracing a more inclusive definition of happiness, we can cultivate a more empathetic society and nurture individual well-being.